Dolphins, in honor of Veterans Day, today we celebrate our United States military. From past, present, and future. On the field, we have military personnel from the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, the Florida State Veterans of Foreign War, and enlistees. Here to conduct the Stand To is Sergeant Major Stephen Valley.
Since our great nation began, challenges to our liberty and freedom have called our armed forces into action. Brave members of the United States Armed Forces have stood up, stepped forward, and answered the call of duty. Soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines, and Guardians have all stood firmly and willingly in harm's way. They have time and time again embodied such words as duty, honor, country, and they have not flinched and they have not cowered. Our forces and the men and women serving in our armed forces today have endured much in defense of our nation. We should look upon them, need not shed a tear, for they have done their duty willingly and bravely. Rather, we should hold them close in our hearts and in such high regard as our brethren, who have stepped up in front of us, shielded us, and valiantly fought those who would seek to harm us. They have purposely sought out to those who would wrench our freedom. They have eagerly closed with and fallen upon to destroy that which is sought to end the American spirit. And they have all too often wept at the loss of comrades in arms, and all too often grieved over the loss of innocent life. Be safe, for they have not, and they will never waver. During wars past and present, military units in the theater of operations will often conduct a stand to arms. Simply called a stand to by units in the field, this common task is carried out at dusk and again at dawn. For 30 minutes, all activity, all movement, all communication cease, and there is silence. Shrouded under jungle canopy, far across desolate deserts, deep at sea and high overhead, the silence is searched. Brave soldiers, Marines, sailors, airmen, and Guardians stand guard in the darkness, ready, and they listen, searching for any given sign that might pierce the darkness and give away the enemy's whereabouts or his intent to attack. Today we ask you that you join our Stand To in honor of those who have willingly stood in harm's way and those who are at this very moment stand in front of us. We ask that all activity cease. We ask that all silence be rendered while we listen for those who have paid the ultimate sacrifice. We ask for silence so they may hear our call. United States Army, Stand To. United States Marine Corps, Stand To. United States Navy, Stand To. United States Air Force, Stand To. United States Coast Guard, Stand To. Thank you to all the servicemen and women for this Stand To as part of the Miami Dolphins Veterans Day ceremony. Please direct your attention to the end of the field where more than 60 Americans are entering the field to be inducted into the United States military. We have young men and women who are going to be inducted into the Army, the Navy, the Marines, the Air Force, and the Coast Guard. And in recognition of the 100th anniversary of the United States Army Reserve, Lieutenant General Jack Stultz, Commanding General of the Army Reserve, will be administering today's oath. Escorting General Stultz will be Command Sergeant Major Leon Caffey, the Senior Enlisted Advisor to General Stultz, and also Mr. Randy Bueno and Mr. Derek Gaynor, two South Florida residents who were wounded in action in Iraq. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome General Stultz, Command Sergeant Major Caffey, Mr. Randy Bueno, and Mr. Derek Gaynor.
Got it?
What a great day to be an American. Hooah! What you have standing before you is the next greatest generation, our men and women in uniform. And what you have standing before you are young men and women who today are going to raise their hand, swear an oath to defend this nation and to serve this nation. These are our national treasure. Raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear. I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. I'll bear true faith and allegiance to the same. I will obey the orders of the President and the officers appointed over me, according to law, regulations, and the Uniform Code of Military Justice. So help me God. Ladies and gentlemen, your next generation.
Thank you to all our United States military personnel.